guys, Alec Peirce at the ranch. Here I am with another interesting thing from our ranch up here in Brecon. I wanted to share this with you. It's very, very special to me, and it's a very, very neat, I guess it's an ornament more than anything. But this would be a kind of a project that if you're able to build one of these, I think you'd make your wife very, very happy. It would be really interesting. You get a lot of people talking to you and kind of fun too. This is a geranium tree. Now you and I both know that geraniums don't grow on trees. These are geranium plants right here, and they are little flowers. But this is a geranium tree. It was called a geranium tree by my dad. My dad built this in the 50s. That's right. In the early 50s or mid 50s, my dad built this. And it was a big, big hit. He built this and he put it up on the front yard of our house in a little town called Lindsay, Ontario. And somebody heard about it, and a representative from Stokes Seeds, a big, big seed company right across North America. They had a big facility in Burlington, Ontario, and the representative came out, took a picture of the geranium tree and featured this geranium tree on the front page of their catalog that year. And it was funny, I was just a young boy, but we had people coming from all over the United States, Canada, all over to see Harry Peirce's geranium tree. It was pretty neat. Now my dad's been long gone, and I found this old tree, rusty. A couple of the legs were broken off of it, laying behind my mom's house, my mom and dad's house. Behind my mom's house, she was still there. And I remembered it. And I asked her if I could have it. She said, sure, get that thing out of here. And I brought it up here to the ranch. This is really just a 2-inch piece of pipe. And it's just sitting on a T-bar. I have a T-bar stuck down on the ground, so it's easy to lift off if I want to, although I don't take it down very often. But the important part, the neat part, are the arms, the legs, if you like. You see this? They're spring steel. Well, they're spring steel for a very good reason. Take a look right here. Can you see the curve in there, Kevin? It curls and comes back out. And I don't know if you can get close to one of these pots here. Is there one facing you? Maybe one of those, gosh, is there one you can show the point? Can you see the point on these? These rods that come up from that curl come to a point. So where did they come from? Well, it's really very simple. In the days that my dad built this, there were lots of old farm rakes, old hay rakes, all over the place. They're hard to find now. They're antiques now. They weren't antiques, they were just junk when in those days. Anyway, my dad got one of those old hay rakes, and he cut these tines off a hay rake. Now I happen to have a hay rake here on the ranch. Now here's a picture of the hay rake. Now you take a look, you can see, it's pretty rusty. But here we go, there's the seat, and you can see the big wheel, and I'm standing there, and I'm going to grab a hold of it. See, I grab a hold of one of those racks, and you see how they're springy, one of those tines they're called, where they're springy. One end is sharp, and you can see the curl on the other end, and that's the hay rake that my dad had, and he cut the tines off it, and now you can see what he's done here. Let's go back to the tree, and you can see all he did was he welded those tines onto that central post, and then the other end, he just heated it up nice and hot and made it a 4-inch circle. Just that there's 17 on here. Doesn't look like 17, does it? There's 17 geraniums on here. And when this is in full bloom, it's pretty dry right now, unfortunately, so we have to keep the watering and nipping off the geraniums. But when this is full bloom and all 17 of these flowers have a couple of nice big red blooms on them, this geranium tree is pretty impressive. So there's an idea for you. I've seen similar things around, but nothing quite exactly the same as this. Maybe you have some old farm equipment around. Maybe you even know where there's a hay rake. And there's an idea for you. You can build a really interesting lawn ornament for your wife or for your farm yourself and turn it into something and have a nice story like that to tell about too. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed my dad's geranium tree. I've kept it painted pretty well and in good condition all these years, and I love it. I'm going to give it to my son one day when he has the ranch. It's kind of neat. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Alec Peirce at the ranch. Talk to you again real soon.